Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
I got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker,
A builder.
By coach,
culinary arts, auditor,
a firefighter.
for anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official.
just go for it.
take the plunge, open the door.
Say yes to officiating. Learn more about how to get involved at sayyes2officiating.com.
The rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls. The endless echo of more than 10,000 caves. The serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker.
Builder.
I coach.
culinary arts, auditor,
a firefighter.
For anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official,
Just go for it.
take the plunge, open the door.
say yes to officiating.
Hello and welcome to the campus of Reinhardt University. It's college basketball this afternoon on the Southeast Sports Network. We appreciate you tuning in, and we're underway between the Kentucky Christian Knights and the Reinhardt University Eagles. The Eagles ranked number 25 in the most recent NAIA poll, one of the top in the nation, and they have had a fantastic tear this year, undefeated to this point in the season. Julia Kraft knocks down the three to open us up here in Molesca, Georgia. Long ball up the floor, regathered, and the Knights get one to go. Neck and neck. 1 point game, 3-2. Reinhardt in the lead. Preston leads the Eagles back up the floor. Tara Gibson on the close side. Around the arc. 1 minute gone in the first period. In a 1 point game, Reinhardt looking to build momentum early, something they've been very efficient at this season. In the opening minutes, they like to go on these big runs, fueled by three balls, just like that. It's Maria Sanchez-Ponce, the sophomore from Spain. That's kind of what we've come to expect from Sanchez-Ponce this season. She can't miss from anywhere on the floor. 6-2, Reinhardt a 4 point lead, and back to the offensive end with haste. Driving inside, the layup is off the mark. Reinhardt goes to the line.
You curl, you gotta be the outlet, okay? Okay. She curl right here, and then use it there because you can think she's curling. She curled, you gotta. All right. You've been wide open. Okay. All right. Hey, what? Hey, Ivana, let's call. What's transition? Dallas? Okay. All right. Yeah.
First one off the mark, a bit too much. Second one will go. It's a 5 point game between the Eagles and the Knights. Kentucky Christian back up the floor. This is Abby West working with the ball. West, a senior from Dry Ridge, Kentucky. Handoff. Overman, the true freshman. Looks both ways, and a pass down to the corner. West tries to knife her way inside and is fended off. Back to the corner, and the big block for Reinhardt University. Oh my goodness, rejected. That's sent back off the hardwood, so the Knights will try again. Inbounding pass. 4 on the shot clock. On the edge of the block, she gets it off in time, but can't get the bucket. And they'll say that was a shot clock violation after all. Gibson inbounds to Preston. Preston, such a special piece for the Eagles of Reinhardt University this season. 5'7" senior from Jonesboro, Georgia. Outlet pass from the wing. That had a bit too much and clattered out on Sanchez-Ponce. Coming up the floor, a lot of heat for Sparks, who gets it to go off the glass. Sophomore from Ashland, Kentucky, out of Rose Hill Christian School. She's been a big piece this year for the Knights, 16.5 points per game. On pace with Maria Sanchez-Ponce, who's got 16.1 per game. This is Sparks again, into the paint, and it's off the bottom of the backboard. 3 point game. Just a couple of minutes gone in the first period. 7-4, Eagles lead. This one is short. Sanchez-Ponce works to regather. Gillum, outlet pass to Sparks. One defender to beat, it's Woodruff. She backs her down on the low post. Now from the wing for three, it's short. Good look for Kylie Gilliam, senior from Olive Hill, Kentucky, out of West Carter High. And she's had a good year, usually very accurate from that spot. This one's off the mark, clatters out. Knights close side. It's Sparks. Bellamy Sparks swatted at by Kraft. Kraft nearly had the ball. Sparks keeps it just over the timeline. Interior pass, and it goes. A nice feed down low by Sparks to Gilliam, who gets the easy one. So it's a 1-point game in Waleska, 7-6, Reinhardt out in front. Gibson wants the long ball, and this clatters off. A second chance for the Eagles, they get it to go. Number 25, Reinhardt University in the lead, 9-6, a 3-point game in the home of the Eagles Brown Athletics Center. Thanks for being with us this afternoon. College basketball on SCSN and our big simulcast. Just under 6 to go in the first. Ball's loose, picked up by Sanchez Ponce. Battling her way through traffic, an outlet pass to the far side. From the corner, Kraft rustles the twine. Julia Kraft has been magical this season, and she keeps it going. She's averaging nearly 10 points per game, and she's been great from range all year long for Reinhardt. Pickpocketed from behind. Now Woodruff gets the long feed. She's all alone and drops it in off the glass. What a hot start for the Eagles of Reinhardt University. Feels like they can do no wrong in the opening stages. They're taking a timeout and a break, and we'll take one as well and be back with more college basketball in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the campus of Reinhardt University. College basketball on SCSN, and we're back underway. It was a close game for a couple of seconds, a 1-point difference as KCU had scored a few buckets in a row on a 5-0 run. Reinhardt splashed home a good handful, 7 points. It's 14-6. To the corner, KCU on the drive. Kraft defensively stops that effort. Trying again from the far wing. Instead, a three from the close side, too much on it. Put back off the glass. KCU gets the ball, and firing the shot down low is Jada Johnson, the true freshman out of Floyd Central in Floyd County, Kentucky. She's fouled and goes to the line. Halfway through the first period, 14-6, a chance to get a few back in favor of the Knights. Kentucky Christian 4-12 overall, a road record of 2-7 this season. Sparks, a key player, 16.5 points per game. The team's shooting about 38% from the floor, 37.3 to be exact. This one goes. A 5-0 run by KCU. The only time they've been in this, a 1-point game, 7-6 for a few moments. Reinhardt looking to put their foot on the gas. Woodruff close side. Kraft with a nice move and lets it go from the elbow, but it sails on her. 14-8. The Knights will take back over. Kentucky Christian 2-7 on the road, 2-9 in conference play, winning just 18% of their games this season. Last played against the Bulldogs of Union. From the corner, a pass up to the wing. KCU, the entry pass, and this goes. The nice little kiss off of the glass. Elizabeth Hardwick, the sophomore from Cardington, Ohio. Played her prep at Cardington Lincoln High School, 5'8". She's got a great body and a consistent performer, playing in every game KCU's appeared in this season. Ty Williams pumped and then passed it away. Outside again, it's Sanchez Ponce who buries this from long range. 17-10, Reinhardt University. That's exactly what they want to see out of their star player. Sanchez Ponce, just a sophomore here in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. The kind of players that build the future of this league. A great entry pass down inside for the Knights. It's swatted away. Sanchez Ponce picking her way up the floor. Stops on the wing. Far side, it's Ty Williams who pulls up, and this one is just short for Reinhardt, but the putback cleaned up by Sanchez Ponce. It's 19-10, a 9-point game. The Eagles building their lead. 3 minutes left to go in the first period. Kentucky Christian, not one pass, but two in the second, and intercept. Ashley Woodruff all alone. They let her go as she drops it in and makes it an 11-point lead for the Eagles. And what a run Reinhardt is on here with just 3 minutes left to go in the first. 7-2 for the Eagles. A good pull-up, had to take that chance. KCU turns it back over to the Reinhardt Eagles, and they'll work on the offensive end of the floor again. So far this afternoon, Tony Campbell and Reinhardt can do no wrong. Ashley Woodruff drives inside and gets it to go. 23-10. Reinhardt continues to extend their lead. KCU working around the arc, letting one fly, and it goes. And that's a pretty crucial bucket at this stage. They really needed to get some momentum. That'll help them out just a little bit. The long ball makes it 23-12, an 11-point game. Reinhardt University to Kraft on the far side. Julia Kraft working it all around. To the corner again to Kraft. 7 on the shot clock. Woodruff pulls up for 3, and it clatters out on her. A good look. And before Ty Williams can get to the ball, play is stopped. College basketball, Waleska, Georgia. 23-12, Reinhardt out in front on SESN. And so far, it's all Eagles. Feels like they can do no wrong. They're on a 9-4 run at the moment.
But she did, hey, we do got to watch that. She went right under her. No, you got it. I'm just saying, I thought it was a shot, though. Oh, what about, okay.
1:45 left to play in the first.
Can't go under her ankle. Thank you.
Nia Moon, the true freshman. Driving down low, Williams loses this over the baseline, and with 98 seconds left to go in the first period, 23-12, this turned back over to the Knights of Kentucky Christian. A game that has seemed like it could be slipping away in the early stages a few times for the 4-12 Knights. They could use a bucket here. Outside, working this around, KCU. Picked up by Gilliam. This is loose on the paint, coming away with it. Ivana Preston. She stops on the wing. Here's a pass across to Simpson, who pulls up, and it's just wide on her. Ty Williams for the putback bucket. This rattles out. Pulled down by the star of the Knights, Bellamy Sparks. Sparks, a sophomore from Ashland, Kentucky. On the elbow, she kicks it to the corner. Now for 3, this is short. Boarded by KCU, a second chance. From just along the block, this one won't go either. A nice rebound by Simpson, who tees up Moon to run the floor. Reinhardt University looking for 25. Pass to the corner, looking for 26. They'll get it with 40 seconds left to go in the first. Reinhardt has more than doubled up the Knights of Kentucky Christian with 36 seconds to go in the first period. It's 26-12. College basketball, SESN. Thank you for tuning in, being with us in Waleska, Georgia, home of Reinhardt University's Eagles. Number 25, Reinhardt is 16-0 this season. Think about how wild that is. 12-0 in Appalachian Athletic Conference play, and of course undefeated at home as well at 9-0. Nia Moon from the straightaway, and it's wide. 31 seconds, the shot clock reset. Very close to the game clock, maybe 1 second difference. Kylie Gilliam, the senior. She's out of West Carter High School. 2 quick handoffs up on the straightaway. Sparks pulls up, and this one a big high bounce. It's boarded by Reinhardt. 10 seconds to play with. Ivana Preston distributes it to Williams. Doesn't like the pressure. Far side. Simpson floats it with 2 seconds on the clock. She got the shot off, but couldn't quite hit it. One period of action is in the books. It's 26-12, all Reinhardt University Eagles so far. We'll take a break and be back with more college basketball in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the campus of Reinhardt University. We're inside of the Brown Athletic Center. College basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. It's 26-12. All Reinhardt Eagles to this point. It feels like they can do no wrong. Quickly getting to know these two teams specifically. The Knights 4-12 overall, 2-7 on the road, 67 points per game. Reinhardt undefeated, 9-0 at home, 45% from the floor, almost 83 points per game. And we'll get a better look at this later on, but our players to watch for the Knights, it's Sparks. Bellamy has been great this season, 43% from the floor, 5 rebounds per game, almost 3 assists. And for Reinhardt today, we're shaking it up. It's always Maria Sanchez. Ponce this afternoon, we're watching Preston. 5 points per game, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. And we're back underway. So far, all Reinhardt. The Knights need some good luck and a couple of big plays to splash their way here in the second period. Knights working it all around. Letting it fly, it's off the mark and boarded by Ashley Woodruff. Ashley Woodruff, more than just a key contributor. It feels like she can do no wrong this season. Tries to take it all the way, and it's boarded up by Hannah Kidd. True freshman from Wolf County High School, 5'4". Given off quickly. Woodruff gets hit with a foul. A true freshman to the charity stripe, Aubrey Dalton, out of Somerset, Kentucky. She played at Pulaski County High School. This is her 7th game she's played in.
Did she miss that?
This rattles out. Woodruff gets another board. Ashley Woodruff up the floor. Great pace. Far side. Pressed into the corner. Gibson drives, and the layup is a bit off the mark. KCU gets the board. Dalton the handoff. Abby West, far side. Hannah Kidd, the true freshman. Just mentioned her a moment ago on the last trip up the floor. She wants to go inside. Outlet pass. Here's one for 3, and a great look on the pass. Just couldn't capitalize. Those are the kind of passes, if you're a head coach, you want to see your players making all day long. She was wide open. West just didn't quite knock it down. Bench bosses this afternoon, Dr. Lisa Kahn, the head coach for Kentucky Christian. Tony Campbell, the bench boss for Reinhardt University. Woodruff drives from the wing. 2 quick passes. Here's the pull-up for Preston, her player to watch, and it wouldn't go for her. Rattled out as Gibson gets the whistle, trying to put it back. Hannah Kidd gets hit with a foul, if you didn't hear. Tara Gibson from the stripe gets her first to go. Tara Gibson, nearly 10 points per game, standing at a 9.9 clip. Rome, Georgia product, played at Rome High. She's a graduate student here at Reinhardt University. Ball pops out. The freshman from Somerset, Kentucky. Passed up the floor, and it goes quickly. KCU gets a nice bucket back, 27-14. Kentucky Christian certainly would take a few more of those. The pull-up, and it goes from long range. Ty Williams, the graduate student from Macon, Georgia. She's had an excellent season for Reinhardt University, able to drain that one with ease. A Couple of quick changes onto the floor for Reinhardt's Eagles. Julia Kraft checks in. Sanchez Ponce checks in. Simpson and Preston will take a break. The inbounding pass, Tara Gibson. Ashley Woodruff will run the floor. 30-14, a 16-point difference between these two. Ty Williams to Kraft. She wants to knife her way inside, but Sanchez Ponce pulls up for three. It skiffs off the side of the iron. Elizabeth Hardwood, outlet pass. Wanted to fire from the wing to the close side. She'll take the three, and it's short. Tara Gibson fighting for possession down inside, and the whistle sounds. Over the back is the call on the floor. A couple of changes for the Knights of Kentucky Christian as well. You can see Sparks onto the floor. Joining her is Kylie Gilliam. This is swatted at off the inbound. .7:21 to go in the first half. It's 30-14. Woodruff will come to the bench. Preston back onto the floor for Reinhardt's Eagles. Number 25, Reinhardt University, 16-0. Preston, a standout player. 5 points per game, 3 assists. Ashley Woodruff also a super clutch piece as far as scoring goes, who just came to the bench, averaging 13.6 points per game. Sanchez Ponce is probably the most significant contributor offensively. If you exclude the great passing she receives, 16.5 points, 62% from the floor. Kraft hands it off. Ty Williams, heavily defended by West, and now the whistle. She took a step. This will be turned back over to KCU's Knights. 30-14, a 16-point game. 3 minutes gone in this second period from Reinhardt University, Waleska, Georgia. Reinhardt University shooting nearly 46% from the floor this season. They're shooting at a 45.4% clip. And defensively, the Reinhardt Eagles are strong on this end of the floor as well. Pulling up for three, this is off the mark. Another chance on the putback, and there's the board. And that's my next stat right there that you should keep an eye on tonight. They're averaging nearly 39 rebounds per game at 38.5. Two passes, Sanchez Ponce drives, and a great jab step as she fires off the glass, now fouled on the baseline. 6:28 to go in our first half, still a 16-point game, scoreless over the last 90 seconds. The inbound to Kraft. Julia to Sanchez Ponce, stolen, pickpocketed by Abby West. She's harassed on her way up the floor. KCU, back and forth. Abby fed this down along the baseline, and it escapes the floor. College Basketball Southeast Sports Network, thanks for tuning in. Big simulcast tonight. Huge shout out to LJ Telephone Company for carrying the game as well. Very much appreciated. Three goes. Oh, automatic from along the side of the floor. Abby West knocks it down. The senior from Dry Ridge, Kentucky. She's been good this season for KCU. That's off the mark. It's a 13-point game in Waleska. That last bucket scored a 2-minute scoreless streak. KCU Knights on a 3-0 run. From just in place, she gets it to go. Another nice three. This time it's Kylie Gilliam. Knocked down. It's a 6-0 run. Pulling up, that goes. Reinhardt responds and snaps it up. 32-19. The Knights looking for another. Gibson gets the board this time. Nearly halfway through our second quarter of play from Waleska. Sanchez Ponce in the corner, doesn't like it. To the straightaway. Kraft backing down inside. Too much defense and a great pass to a wide open teammate who knocks down the three. Reinhardt University extends their lead. It's 35-19 Eagles. KCU to respond off the glass that bounces out. A nice take, able to back down inside, get space to take the shot, couldn't execute. Preston on the offensive end of the floor gets it to go. Back-to-back three balls for the Reinhardt University Eagles, and a timeout on the floor as it's 38-19 in Waleska, Georgia. What a great three ball that really was. I think we can sneak another look back at that one. Great passing as well. Great job sharing the ball by Reinhardt's Eagles here. This is a replay, just in case you're not aware. Pulling up from just in play, she gets it to go. Makes it 38-19, 4:34 left to go in our first half. And a timeout on the floor in Waleska, Georgia, between the Reinhardt University Eagles and the Kentucky Christian University Knights. Thanks for being with us on the Southeast Sports Network tonight. Gabriel Schrei here, our big simulcast on LJ Telephone Company. Thank you for carrying the game. We really appreciate it. Being simulcast to the Reinhardt University Eagles YouTube channel. Be sure to give us a follow. You can find the Southeast Sports Network on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. We're probably there. Would love to have you along for the ride at SESN Sports. You can also follow the Reinhardt University Athletics Department at RU Eagles and get connected with LJ Telephone Company on Twitter at ETC Now. College basketball over halfway through our second quarter, where it's 38-19. Reinhardt University leads. 4:34 to play in this second period. The Knights back onto the floor. And with that, we're underway. Kentucky Christian's Abby West will walk things down. West given off quickly now to the far side. Back to her, and she can't hit the three. Sanchez Ponce with a board. Maria Sanchez Ponce knifing it up, tries to pass this down along the baseline to Marley Townley and couldn't connect. Senior from Dawsonville, Georgia, looking for that. She's a product of Dawson County High School. She's become a big contributor as the season has gone on. She's appeared in 15 games this year, averaging nearly 4 points per game. She shoots almost 62% from the floor. Kentucky Christian down along the baseline. Passed out front, this is short. Fighting for the ball, Sparks gets it back. Entry pass, back up to the elbow. Great passing by Kentucky Christian, working this to the far side of the floor. She pulls up, and Bellamy Sparks is short. I think somebody got a hand on that. Sanchez Ponce fights her way up the hardwood. Shot is short. She gets the board back. Play goes on. She's trying again. Comes off the bottom of the iron, and now the whistle. 3:34 to go in the second. It's 38-19. Reinhardt on an unanswered 6-0 run, a chance to extend that success as they're back at the charity stripe. It's Sanchez Ponce. This is a strong point of her game this season. This one goes. 39-19, a 20-point game, 3.5 left to play in the second period. KCU working this along the arc. Shoveled to the close side to Abby West. Looking for the entry pass and not liking the pressure of Townley. Trying again, down amongst the branches. This one is swatted away and Reinhardt picks it up. Simpson to Preston. She's got a lot of space up the floor to Kraft, who rifles this inside. Townley picks it up off the boards, and now she's fouled. Two players there. I'm not sure who will get this. She was defended by both Jada Johnson, the true freshman, and Bellamy Sparks. First time we've seen Jada Johnson on the floor. Floyd County, Kentucky product. Played at Floyd Central High. Townley at the line for Reinhardt University. Big high bounce for the Eagles. First one's off the mark. Remains a 20-point difference between these two. Reinhardt on a 7-0 run over the last minute and a half.
Right here, babe. Right here, babe.
Townley's second is short as well. Reinhardt University strong on this end of the floor, 38.5 rebounds this season per game for the Eagles. Kentucky Christian drives inside, and this time benefiting from the whistle. That's Jada Johnson, again, the true freshman. 9 points per game for her this season. And she's got a lot of play time, appearing in 13 contests already.
Number 11, Jada Johnson.
Kentucky Christian does quite a bit of damage on the glass as well, 39.5 rebounds per game. Their free throw percentage on this end of the floor, 67.6%. Slightly higher than Reinhardt. As she converts at the line, KCU gets a few crucial points back. It's 39-21. Eagles nearly lose the ball as West puts hands on it. Gibson trying to battle this inside. 3 defenders converge on her in the pass sails over the baseline.
Line.
Those 2 points by KCU snapped a 7-0 run by Reinhardt. 2.5 left to play in this second period and the first half. Kraft from the corner, it bounces out. Boarded by KCU. Bellamy Sparks, she's running the floor. Close side, Abby West. A nice jab step as she takes it to the rack but can't finish. And now this one is lost off the fingertips of Kylie Gilliam. I believe they're going to say this was last touched by Reinhardt, maybe swatted away from her. KCU off the inbound. Jada Johnson can't deliver. Great look, great take. Reinhardt University. Ty Williams to the far side. Simpson drives down low and popped it over to Ty Williams for a wide open chance, and she couldn't bury it. Abby West will inbound and put us back underway for KCU's Knights. Perhaps not a foul on 21. Ty Williams hit with a call, the graduate from Macon, Georgia. It sends Abby West to the charity stripe. Her first goes. Reinhardt had a 7-0 run going. Now it would be a 7-3 run. (39-22). And the second goes as well. 39-23, Reinhardt. 2:05 left to go in this first half. Eagles have been hovering near a 20-point lead. Right now on a 7-3 run. Just got cut to a 7-5 run. That makes it a 9-5 run. Reinhardt scoring a quick bucket in transition. 41-23, and that's 25. Whistle sounds. She'll have a chance at the old-fashioned 3 as Bellamy Sparks goes to the charity stripe. A great take inside by the Knights' star player. There's a reason we were keeping an eye on her this afternoon. Reinhardt University off the inbound. Nia Moon, the true freshman, running the floor. She's out of Comprehensive High School in Elberton. Reinhardt nearly loses the ball. Kraft has it. Julia Kraft gives it to Simpson. Gibson decides not to drive. A great look for a wide open 3. Just can't quite close that off. The number 25 Eagles turn it over. Here comes KCU as Gibson makes a big play defensively to keep that away from Abby West. Abby West has really proven to be a great 3-point threat. She had already scored a couple hundred points this season entering tonight, averaging 12.5 per game. But this afternoon, certainly a big-time threat. Down low, this rims around and won't go for KCU's Madeline Mead. True freshman from Harold, Kentucky, capitalized on the opportunity. 60 seconds to go in the first half, 20 on the shot clock. 41-26 Eagles. Reinhardt's Kraft. The handoff to Moon, and it looks like she took a step. This is turned back over to KCU's Knights. 52 seconds on the clock in the first period from Waleska, Georgia. Reinhardt University looking to maintain what has been a commanding lead to this point. 15 points at the moment. For many stretches during this first half, it's been a 20-point game. It was an 11-point game with 3 minutes to go in the first. To open this second period, 1 minute in, it was 30-14. Entry pass for the Knights on the elbow, looking all the way down inside, lost in the low block, and Simpson picks it up. Reinhardt to Nia Moon, 27 shot clock, 30 game. Nia Moon yo-yoing the orange way back on the front court. She'll back all the way up and examine the floor. Tony Campbell telling her to take her time. 17 game, 13 shot. Nia Moon passes it to the close side to Simpson. Ty Williams, 4 on the shot clock. Ball's loose, down inside. Knights pick it up. It's Hardwick. KCU up the floor. Great pass. 1 second. Sparks finishes it off, and it goes. And they'll say that one won't count. Nearly got the bucket just in time against the number 25 Reinhardt Eagles. It remains 41-26 at the halftime break between the Eagles of Reinhardt University and the Knights of Kentucky Christian. Great first half of play is in the books. A lot of fun with that one. I can't wait to see how quarters 3 and 4 turn out, and I'm sure you're excited as well. We'll be back with all the action. 41-26 Reinhardt at the half. Don't go anywhere.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
I got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker,
A builder.
I coach.
Culinary arts. Auditor.
A firefighter.
for anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official.
Just go for it.
Take the plunge. Open the door.
Say yes to officiating. Learn more about how to get involved at sayyestoofficiating.com.
The rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls. The endless echo of more than 10,000 caves. The the serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
You're ready to reconnect, to discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime?
Okay.
Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
The story of the United States has been written for centuries. Penned by millions of authors, written in every language, from every perspective. With every chapter as unique as our people and our land. Our story is one made up of many. Find yours in the USA.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
Get the message of your company here. And get your message here. All while supporting local student athletes. Reach out today to get started.
Welcome back to the campus of Reinhardt University. College basketball on the air. Southeast Sports Network simulcast tonight to the Reinhardt University YouTube channel and LJ Telephone Company cable. We're on a couple of channels tonight. Big thanks to ETC for carrying the game. Down inside, the entry pass doesn't quite pay off for the Knights to open this second half of play. 20 seconds gone already in the third quarter, 41-26. Reinhardt doing well so far. Able to come up with a nice stop on the defensive end. Floater to the close side. Back across on the wing. Gibson in some danger. Oh my goodness, what a nice pass. Great cut to the basket, great feed inside to Sanchez Ponce. Doesn't get better than that. Quick turnaround, this one rattles out. Sanchez Ponce will run the floor for the Eagles. She gives it off to Ivana Preston, the senior from Jonesboro. College basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. We've got all the action tonight. Thanks for being with us. Excited to have you along for the ride. Fouls on Kylie Gilliam. Eagles backdoor, and this one off the mark as it sails over the baseline. A great take. Couldn't get hooked up on that opportunity. Score remains 43-26. Reinhardt in the lead here in the third quarter.
Stop!
Along the arc. West back across far side. This is for three, and it rattles out. A good take. Couldn't bury it. Trying again, KCU, this is swatted away. Reinhardt up the floor, a little kiss off the glass as Ashley Woodruff, the graduate student, goes the distance for the Eagles. Around the arc, Woodruff pulls up, and this one bangs back off the iron. Reinhardt couldn't drop it in. It remains 19 points between these two. Elizabeth Hardwook running the floor. She has it stolen away by Reinhardt. Sanchez Ponce will take her time up the hardwood. The handoff to Preston. Preston knifes her way down inside, and it won't go. She was looking for the 21-point lead. KCU for 28. This off the bottom of the backboard. Boarded by Gibson. Nice takeaway. Tara Gibson battles inside, steps around the defender, and bangs it home. It's a 21-point game. Reinhardt, a big lead, 47-26. Gabriel Schrei here with Lorenzo Robinson coming to you from Brown Athletics Center, college basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. So far, all Eagles in this one. Great entry pass, and KCU, heard me say that, cuts it back to a 19-point game.
Maria, you get 15.
The senior Ivana Preston taking her time on her way up the hardwood. To the top of the block. Now for three, this one rattles off. A good take, couldn't bury it. KCU floats this up the floor. Kayla Overman, the true freshman, handed it back off. Defended by Sanchez Ponce. Backdoor feed, and this one rattles in with the whistle. Call is on the graduate student from Rome, Tara Gibson. A couple of changes on the floor. Townley's coming on for Gibson. To the line, the player who was trying to score, Bellamy Sparks, and she's our player to watch tonight. For Kentucky Christian, obviously why. This one rattles off. So it's a 17-point game in Waleska. 47-30, Reinhardt leads. We've nearly played half of the third period. Kraft all the way outside. Sanchez Ponce delivers it to Woodruff. Reinhardt working this around the arc. Looking for space inside, and the foul as it's taken away from Sanchez Ponce. Kayla Overman, the true freshman from Independence, Kentucky, played her prep at Scott High School. Making quite a bit of noise here to open this third period. Long inbounding pass for Reinhardt. The Eagles looking for space along the arc. And as Sanchez Ponce drives, the foul now called against another true freshman, Madeline Mead. Eagles to the far side. Julia Kraft pulled up for three and couldn't get it. Woodruff keeps it alive for Reinhardt. One drive, now a pass back to long range. Couldn't get a second bucket. Townley rattles it in off the glass. Reinhardt makes it 50-30, a 20-point game.
And even with those shots not falling for the Eagles, KCU being content to sit in that 2-3 zone, it's going to leave open shooters open for Reinhardt, but it's also something as where it's really hard to rebound out of that as well. So it leaves the door for offensive rebounds, and the Eagles taking advantage.
Kraft knifes to the basket and gets this to go, 51-30.
Of course, another method of operation when going against the zone is going so fast to where it can't even set up. Nice job by the Eagles to push the pace, something that we've seen from them time and time again this year.
Since the second half began in the last 5 minutes, Reinhardt has outscored KCU 10-5. Foul down inside.
Not really sure how much I like that call there. Seemed like the driver was a little bit out of control.
This one rattles home. Good look at the line for the true freshman from Independence. Kayla Overman, I'm telling you, she's been very loud in this second half.
And they're going to need a little bit more of that if they're going to come back against the new member of the top 25, the Reinhardt Eagles.
Well deserved. Fantastic to see that for not only Coach Campbell and his staff, but the whole program, top to bottom. Well deserved to be in that top 25 as they're undefeated this season. Couple of quick passes, wanted to pull up. Entry pass, it's Townley. She kicks it to Kraft, who gets the mid-range two off, but it won't go. Boards her own miss, and as she battles inside, she's fouled.
And there we see another example of offensive rebounding for the Eagles. Again, when you sit in the zone, it's really hard to rebound because you're not guarding a man or a woman. You're guarding a particular spot on the floor, so it's very imperative that you get out to somebody and block out, and if you don't, especially against a team like Reinhardt, they're going to be able to collect those offensive rebounds and get second opportunities.
Kraft gets this, 53-32, Reinhardt in the lead. Eagles looking very sharp in Waleska, Georgia this afternoon. 16-0 this season, 9 of those wins at home.
Did we get a little bit of an inadvertent whistle there?
Maybe. Something. Inbounding feed, this escapes the floor.
Reinhardt's defense is just so suffocating. Even on a side out of bounds, it's hard to be able to find any breathing room against them.
Abby West puts this on the hardwood. Jada Johnson, an entry pass down low, a little kiss off the glass. This goes for Bellamy Sparks.
That was a beautiful move, and that's what she does, a top 10 scorer in the conference. She's done that time and time again for the Lady Knights so far this year.
We'll say this one was last touched by Kentucky Christian. Reinhardt's Eagles will keep the basketball. Woodruff, the inbound. Close side to Williams. Looked inside initially. Now Maria Sanchez-Ponce working with the basketball. Kraft and the Eagles take their time. Back to Kraft for three. This one a big high bounce, swatted at and escapes over the baseline. Reinhardt couldn't keep that on the floor. It's turned over to the Knights. We'll see what they can make of it.
But if you're Coach Campbell, you do kind of have to appreciate the type of looks you're getting against the zone. You're not just rushing shots. You're getting open opportunities, but of course for KCU, they would rather keep Reinhardt away from the paint. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, but I mean, Reinhardt, as well as they've shot the ball this year, those are looks they'll take.
Eagles up the floor. It's Woodruff all the way down to the true freshman Moon. She finesses this to Sanchez-Ponce, and it rolls out on her. Kylie Gilliam to the far side. West, an outlet pass for Johnson all the way to the corner. KCU Knights centered up. Sparks dicing it up. Woodruff heavily defending her and got a hand on the basketball.
Tremendous defense again for the Eagles.
Sanchez-Ponce to the far side as Reinhardt knifes her way down inside, and this goes off the glass for Ashley Woodruff. A nice cut to the basket.
And that's what she does, a very aggressive attacker of the basket. No one stopping the ball, and Eagles again looking to turn defense into offense.
Woodruff, a backdoor pass to the true freshman, and she tees it up for Maria Sanchez-Ponce, who takes this home. It's 57-34 Reinhardt Eagles.
That's just part of what makes Reinhardt so dangerous. Even when the shots are not falling, they're still able to get points on the board by playing aggressive defense and turning that into fast break chances.
We've got a player slow to rise on the floor, so will they check on her? We'll take a break and be back with more college basketball in just a moment. You're tuned in to SESN. Don't go anywhere.
We are champions of character.
You're ready to reconnect, to discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
Back in Waleska, Georgia, Brown Athletic Center. It's college basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. Gabriel Schrei here with Lorenzo Robinson. Less than 3 to play in the third quarter. It's 57-34 Reinhardt Eagles. KCU just suffered an injury. Bellamy Sparks, their star player, down and unable to stand up, helped off of the floor. So our thoughts are with her and her whole family. Hate to see that. Here's the 3 ball. Nia Moon boards it along the sideline.
Reinhardt going with a bit of a zone look there as well. Junking things up for the Lady Knights.
Sanchez Ponce off the feed, and now the whistle down inside as she'll take 2. Eagles of Reinhardt University are content to do that all day long.
Especially when playing against a team like KCU that throughout the season has struggled to shoot the ball, and in this game 1 of 14 from deep. So
this rattles out on Sanchez Ponce, the sophomore from Conil de la Frontera, Spain. Played her prep at Isla Italia. This one goes. 58-34, Reinhardt Eagles. That's a 24-point lead for RU. Number 25 in the nation, and deservedly so.
Would like to see KCU run their offense with a little bit more pace, being down by 24 points. Try to make a game out of it. Of course, easier said than done against this Reinhardt defense.
West pulls up for 3 and couldn't get it as the board is gathered up by Hannah Kidd, the true freshman from Wolf County. Battle down inside with the ball as it skeeters over the baseline and back to Reinhardt with 1:41 to go in the third quarter.
That dribble drive initially had the look of a quality possession for KCU. An unfortunate turnover there to give the ball back to the home team. They need a little bit more of that.
Townley to Preston. She sidesteps and the whistle. Ball will go back to Kentucky Christian.
I believe there was a moving screen call, wasn't it?
Something I'm not used to seeing.
Not really sure about that call, but like I've said before, the ref is always right. You can't question it.
Back down, the Knights on the offensive end of the floor, working with it is Hannah Kidd. Nice pass inside, knifing to the basket and the foul as Aubrey Dalton is grabbed at, the true freshman out of Pulaski County High School. Great body control as she pushes her way down inside through traffic. able to beat out a few Reinhardt Eagles on her way to the basket. Just couldn't quite finish it off, so she'll take 2 as she gets her first to go.
That's such a difference maker going against a zone defense, being able to put someone at the free throw line that is able to create for themselves and others. Right there, kid making a move to the rim and drawing the foul.
Ty Williams, the graduate student from Macon, working with the orange on the front court. One move and hands it off to Sanchez Ponce, who wants to go all the way, and the floater drops for Reinhardt.
Beautiful move, something we've seen from her throughout this year and basically throughout her career thus far at Reinhardt. Tremendous body control inside.
Kidd is intercepted by the true freshman, Nia Moon, who dices her way up the floor. Moon around West. Simpson didn't like the look. Sanchez Ponce is going to send it back to her. Reinhardt Eagles work the arc and take the 3, but there's too much on it. 25 to go in the third quarter. 24 points separate these two. It's 60-36 Reinhardt as Abby West is calling out to the offense. 12 in the quarter, nearly stolen by Nia Moon. Outside to West, 7 seconds. KCU trying to burn every last second off the clock. The Knights with 3 on the clock, spinning to the basket, and the foul with 0.8 seconds showing here in Molesca, Georgia.
That was a nice hard drive by Overman, trying to get to the rim and score by any means necessary for the Lady Knights. Simpson dropping her hands and picking up the foul.
This one rims and drops. It's 60-38. Less than a second on the clock, and that'll expire before Reinhardt can make anything happen with that remaining couple of seconds. College basketball on the Southeast Sports Network, 60-38 Reinhardt Eagles. We'll take a break with these two programs and be back with more college basketball in just a moment. Welcome back on the campus of Reinhardt University. Thanks for being with us this afternoon. College basketball, Gabriel Strye here with Lorenzo Robinson. We appreciate you being along for the ride. 1 quarter left to play, 10 minutes. Lorenzo, it's a 22-point game with those 10 minutes to go. For a team that struggled to generate offense this season, what are your keys to this final quarter for Kentucky Christian?
Pace, pace, pace. You would love to see KCU push the pace a little bit, and that directly translates based off of your defense. Getting stops and pushing the pace, getting out in transition, running the break. It's really hard to score against Reinhardt's set defense. So you really need to try to push the tempo a little bit and make things more difficult for them. Find your way back into this ball game.
Back onto the floor, Simpson on the close wing. A little too much heat, so Reinhardt tries out the far side, and too much on that 3 ball. 15 seconds gone in our final quarter from Molesca, Georgia, where it's a 22-point game. The number 25 Reinhardt Eagles a commanding lead in Appalachian Athletic Conference basketball. On the straightaway.
Tremendous defense there from Simpson.
Reinhardt University is just so good on the defensive end of the floor. A team that is recognized for their success defending the basketball, but it feels like they can score at will as well.
But a lot of it is their defense turning into easy looks on the other end, being able to generate turnovers defensively and force bad shots. And then they're so good in transition. So many players that are able to put the ball on the deck and create their own offense. And it seems like everyone is always looking for the next pass as well.
Williams heavily defended. Hannah Kidd forces her to pass it away. In the corner, Eagles, Gibson a cut to the basket and a big collision down there along the edge of the paint as Kayla Overman hits the hardwood. Ball will go back to Kentucky Christian. And a timeout taken on the floor by the Knights of Kentucky Christian. Head coach coming out onto the hardwood, Dr. Lisa Kahn. So Kahn and Campbell, the head coach of Reinhardt University, going to take a moment, talk with their players and talk strategy. What are your thoughts? It's a weird time for a timeout, right?
An interesting time, but you're not really so worried about the point of the game that you're in or the score, right? You want to try to build good habits. And obviously, Coach felt like she saw something that she didn't like, and she wants to nip it in the bud now because this isn't their last game of the season. They do have more games left to play, so you're still talking through different things to try to improve, especially when you struggled the way that KCU has struggled throughout this year.
Reinhardt is close to their season average shooting the ball today of 45%. They're right near that mark. Ivana Preston will get an update on her stats in a minute. This is her season average, 4.7 points, 38% from the floor, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. We're back underway here in our final period from Waleska, Georgia, after a quick timeout by the Knights of Kentucky Christian University. They look a little settled down, and a nice entry pass. West pulls up from long range and buries it. A beautiful 3 for KCU.
And that's about as good of a possession as you can hope for if you're KCU coming out of the timeout. Obviously, coach's message getting across. And they looked very poised on that possession, something that they need to see if they're going to be able to make any noise going forward this year.
Gibson to the close side, and Moon wants 3 as it rims around and goes for Reinhardt University.
Reinhardt saying anything you can do, I can do better. A similarly poised possession for the Eagles and ending up with the same result, a 3 from the wing.
Change coming for the Knights of Kentucky Christian. Along the baseline and in some danger. Dalton gets that out to the wing. Hannah Kidd examining the floor, beats out Moon, and the floater over the top of Townley is off the mark. I like the take. She couldn't finish it off. 7:30 left to play. 63-41, Reinhardt leads. Pulling up from range. That goes for Nia Moon from downtown Dalton, Georgia, baby. Wow.
Nia Moon has had a few big games for the Eagles offensively. Probably more known for her defense, but she is a very capable scorer right there, showing it off. Back-to-back 3s for Moon.
Quick floater for Elizabeth Hardwick. Reinhardt University, a big lead, working on nursing that. Ty Williams to extend it. Seeking 69, couldn't hit it. She's going to get another chance of the ball. This time passing it away, tipped and stolen. Grabbed up by Hannah Kidd. Kidd is double-teamed.
This is where you would have liked to see KCU kind of push the pace a little bit there. Instead, now having to try to score against Reinhardt's set defense, and again, unsuccessful.
Tara Gibson, one defender to beat, and she does as she takes it to the rack. 68-41, Reinhardt Eagles.
But that last possession was a prime chance for KCU right there to try to push the pace. You just forced a turnover. You had them in a 4-on-3 situation, but you've seen them too often just slow things down when they really should be trying to get down court.
This clatters all around and won't drop. A couple of changes coming for Reinhardt's Eagles. 3 new fresh sets of legs onto the floor. Kentucky Christian doing the same. Townley checking out, Gibson checking out for the Eagles, as well as Williams. Looks like KCU will have 4 fresh sets of legs onto the floor. Basically a wholesale change here. 68-41, Reinhardt closing in on a 30-point lead. A 3-ball will do it if they play shutdown defense on this end of the floor. Dalton, a nice entry pass, and that goes immediately off the fingertips of Madeline Mead, the true freshman.
Beautiful out-of-bounds play there, and they ran it to perfection. Just want to see a little bit more of that, just running your offense with pace and purpose.
Eagles all the way to the corner. Simpson. 6 minutes left to play in this final quarter in Waleska. Nia Moon, the true freshman, a delivery down low. For 71, this goes. Reinhardt extends their lead again with 5:40 to play.
And she's failing it. 3 straight 3s from the wing. Nia Moon making her presence felt on the offensive end.
And it really just feels like the Eagles of Reinhardt University can do no wrong at this point. They've been very successful at home, 16-0 this season, 9 of those wins coming on their home floor. Today, 71-43 our tally with 5:38 to go. Reinhardt shooting almost 49%. They're 27 of 56 in total. On the other side of the ball, the Knights 29.2%, 14 of 48. Reinhardt 43% from beyond the arc, 11 of 26. They're 50% at the charity stripe, which is out of character. 7 turnovers for the Eagles, 15 for the Knights. And the leading scorers, Sanchez Ponce, who's checked out, 18 points this afternoon. Nia Moon, the true freshman out of Alberton, has 14. Woodruff, Kraft, and Williams with 11, 10, and 6, respectively. The best stat line by far is Sanchez Ponce. She'll finish with 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 18 points if she doesn't come back into the game. And on the other side, who are leading scorers for the Knights of Kentucky Christian University?
We have Bellamy Sparks. Sparks, unfortunately, exiting with an injury. She has 9 points and 6 rebounds. And then Abby West, kind of an inefficient day for her, but second leading scorer for the Knights nonetheless with 8 points.
Kentucky Christian puts us back underway with the inbounding pass. Reinhardt with a steal, Julia Kraft. Kraft for the 31-point lead. It rattles out of the corner. Kraft gets it back to the far corner, and Simpson wants 31. This one's short as well. Knights pull it in. Jada Johnson keeping KCU's spirits high with that board. Dalton, a nice pass to an open teammate who drains it in the eye of Simpson.
And there's a misconception about pace. People think pace just means run as fast as you can on the fast break. That's not automatically what it means. It just means passing with a purpose, cutting with a purpose, moving faster, more ball movement and player movement. KCU doing a good job there, and pretty much throughout this fourth quarter of just running their offense with more pace. And it's yielded some good results for them. Something that they can definitely take going forward.
You know the old saying, you can't coach size. That was Sonia Martinez battling for the board. Another product of Spain, came here from a Malata school. She's going to be something special if Reinhardt can get her on track. That one goes for KCU. It's 71-48 as the Knights get 2 back. Reinhardt will run the floor offensively. Tria Blaylock takes a long pass from Moon and turns it into 3 points as she cashes this one in from Atlanta, Georgia, all the way up 75. And she gets the steal all alone. One player to beat off the glass. It goes for Tria Blaylock. It's 76-48 Reinhardt University.
Blaylock, a player that doesn't necessarily get a whole lot of tread. But what do you do when you just have a team that has players up and down the roster that are capable of making things happen on both ends? It's such an uphill battle.
She came very close to getting that same steal just now on that trip up the floor for KCU. 76-48, a nice board by Sonia Martinez to get Reinhardt started. Kraft to Blaylock, all the way to the far side to the true freshman. Tria wanted to pull off. Instead, she knifes her way inside and distributes it to Kraft. I love that the bench rises up and she gets the ball. They're excited for her to shoot. And Kraft has certainly been a sharpshooter this season for Reinhardt University as she checks out for the Eagles. Kraft tonight, 3 for 10. 2 of those coming from long range, though. 10 total points, 1 rebound, 3 assists for the Eagle. Great entry pass to the paint now for 3, and this one too much on it. A wide open look for KCU as they'll keep the ball alive. West to the far side. Another pass to the block, and that pass was everything as it allows Madeline Mead to drop that home for 2.
Mead had to fight through 3 Eagle defenders to be able to get that one up and able to get it to go.
Well, fight through is exactly right. That was a battle to get that to the basket. And Sonia Martinez throws this through the bottom of the twine. Reinhardt keeps the ball. Tria Blaylock short as this one sails over the baseline. 2:42 to play. 76-50 Reinhardt Eagles.
I know a lot of people are probably going to focus on the finish on that one. But what a move there from Martinez, showing a little bit of nifty footwork there. Of course, tighten up the screws, as you said, a player that, if she stays within the program, will surely be a contributor for this Eagle Ball club.
West will run the floor for the Knights. Abby West, a senior from Dry Ridge, Kentucky, out of Grant County High School. Floated this close side. KCU setting something up from the corner, an open look for three, and couldn't drop that in. Ball's loose. Nia Moon, the true freshman, scrambling with it. Escapes the defender. Moon and the Eagles setting up. Tria Blaylock on the far sideline, a lot of heat. Jakaya back to her. Eagles to the straightaway. This one is tipped. Jada Johnson got the board, and now Abby West running the floor. Gilliam, defended by Blaylock, cutting down low, a backdoor pass. Two of them in a row for the basket off the glass. Great passing.
Beautiful offense there for KCU, taking advantage of a few Eagle defenders being out of position.
And Jakaya Keith wants three. It's just short. 90 seconds left to play from Waleska, Georgia. Elizabeth Hardwick to the far side. Pulling up for three, Abby West is short. 1:21 left in the game, 76-52 Eagles. What a performance today by Reinhardt University. Barring any miracles, the Eagles are going to rise to 17-0 this season. That's unbelievable. Undefeated, number 25 in the country. It seems like they can just do no wrong this year.
So I do have a question. How is it that a team can be 17-0, 13-0 in conference play and be ranked 25th?
I don't know.
It's really interesting.
That's a good question.
Again, I haven't watched enough of the teams ahead of them, but I mean, it just kind of seems like that should garner a little bit more respect.
Well, I think you look at the poll, and there's a lot of really, really good teams this year, and we can get into that as we wrap here today, as Abby West drains one from range. Dort in Iowa, 14-1, 589 points in the poll. Indiana Wesleyan, 16-1. Campbellsville, 16-1. Clark, 15-0. There's some really, really good teams in the poll ahead of Reinhardt University. Only one team that's even questionable. They're 9-3, but then you have to wonder about their strength of schedule. Who have they played that's also in the top 25 this season already?
It's also fair to wonder, but I mean, there is something to be said about just beating the teams on your schedule.
17 seconds left to play, pulling up from mid-range, and this one rattles off. Martinez gets the board, 10 seconds. Nia Moon, it's 78-55, and the clock can just be run out by the Eagles of Reinhardt University. A big victory on their home floor this afternoon. RU walks away 78-55. They're 17-0 this season, continuing to stay undefeated. That's their 10th win at home. Any final thoughts from you on the success of the Eagles of Reinhardt University?
Just a nice job of them not having a letdown. Anytime you're playing against a team that has struggled a little bit, especially at home, there could be a bit of a false sense of security where you'll feel like they'll just lay down and let you win the game. A nice job by the Eagles to really take it to them early, keep their foot on the gas, and cruise to a nice win.
Cruise they did. Kentucky Christian coming off of a loss to Truett McConnell by just a few points. They dropped to 4-13 on the season. Next, they're on the road at Montreat of North Carolina. That's coming this Thursday. The 18th schedule might have been shuffled around a little bit on them. I think that one got delayed and pushed back. Their next game against Montreat, then Pikeville up in Kentucky, and then on the road, CIU of South Carolina. That one's scheduled for the 24th of January. Reinhardt coming off of their win over Johnson, 85-77 here at home. They'll stay at home on Saturday, a single header for the Eagles against Columbia out of South Carolina. Then two road games, Milligan and Bluefield, wrapping that stint up on the road against Brenau on the 31st of January and closing out this month. They remain undefeated, a great season for them. Any quick final thoughts before we wrap?
It's really nice that this team has found their way into the top 25, and I would bet that there are a lot of teams in that poll who do not want to play the Reinhardt Eagles. I guarantee you that.
I think you're onto something there with that bet, and I massively appreciate it. Well, that'll do it for us here today from the campus of Reinhardt University in Waleska, Georgia. A great performance by the Reinhardt Eagles and a great showing by KCU as well. They hung right in there and kept it respectable at the final score line. Reinhardt University, a 78-55 win for Lorenzo Robinson, my partner this afternoon, our entire crew. I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long from Waleska, Georgia. Reinhardt claiming the victory 78-55. This has been college basketball. All games and events airing on our networks are broadcast live in our copyright material. Today's game will be archived inside of the Apper platform where you viewed it and available for replay. This has been a presentation of the Southeast Sports Network.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Schrei Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Schrei Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.